Now on CoastTV News.
We're seeing chilly conditions this morning, temperatures in the 40s, and high pressure overhead ensuring a nice day ahead with mild temperatures, but changes midweek as rain returns. Details next.
Controversial homeless help. We look at the Pallet Village program in Sussex County, from the concerns of some communities to the benefits promoted by its organizers.
Marijuana moves, what's being reviewed by Sussex County Council, and some new laws on weed that could be approved by one coastal community.
Biden ending beach trip this morning. The president scheduled to wrap up his 14th visit to Delaware over the last 4.5 months.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Monday, May 13th, 2024. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
And Paige, I have to ask, since I was gone last week, did you miss me?
I knew it was coming. Of course we missed you. And like always, though, Bob he couldn't deal with it.
Could not function.
He couldn't function.
So weather was put on hold for 2 days.
Yeah, the people were bummed out. So, Bob, how are you feeling? Matt's back. You can take that sigh of relief now.
Oh, yes. No, it's good to have the team back, everybody in place. And, we are looking at chilly conditions this morning, guys. Need the jacket out the door. Look at these readings. 41 in Redden, 42 in Delmarva, Salisbury 43. A little milder along the coast, upper 40s in Bethany Beach, 50 Indian River Inlet right now. And the winds are calm or light. And there is a little bit of patchy fog out there, so watch out for that on your way to work or school. Otherwise, we have high pressure over the top of us, and that is ensuring a nice day ahead. So here's Futurecast, 7 a.m. into the mid to upper 40s, and then by noon, really nice into the 60s. A few clouds out there, cooler 50s along the coast. And then I think we're into the low 70s for inland areas, but a little cooler as you work your way towards the beaches. And this evening, still pretty nice with temperatures into the 60s and 70s. So a nice day. Winds turn out of the south. We're in the 70s, but changes midweek with some rain. I'll talk about that and have the timing on that coming up in just a few minutes.
Bob, thank you so much. This morning, Laurel police will continue their search for a suspect they say ran away after a hit and run over the weekend.
Yeah, according to police, a Toyota 4Runner was driving erratically near Route 13 and Sycamore Road when he hit a vehicle turning out of a driveway.
One officer saw this and attempted to stop the vehicles, but the runner drove off. Now, this is after state police say the driver got out of the car, ran away, while a passenger then got into the driver's seat.
Yeah, Laurel police say a high-speed chase then took place. It ended after the 4Runner drove onto a dead-end road. Police arrested the second driver, 28-year-old Kenya Widener of Bridgeville, and another passenger, 26-year-old Shakia Jones of Seaford. According to police, the first driver is still at large.
Delaware State Police say they've arrested a man who is allegedly connected to an attempted murder in Lewis. This happened back on October 8th. Police say it was Friday they arrested 18-year-old Lewis Cameron of Hyattsville, Maryland. Back in October, troopers were called to a home on Maple Court in Lewis where they found a man from Millsboro with multiple gunshot wounds. During an investigation, police identified Cameron as the suspect. After Cameron was returned to Delaware from Maryland, he was charged with multiple crimes, including first-degree attempted murder.
Happening today, Delaware Beach is getting a boost from taxpayer money, $10 million being made available for protection projects. This in the hopes to restore stretches of the state's 29 miles of coastline by building storm systems to protect communities along the bay. Areas included are Slaughter Beach and Lewis. And to learn more about this funding and how it will be used, you can visit our website.
Also happening today in Lewis, Mayor and City Council will be meeting at 5:30. They'll be discussing building a new pavilion at the Lewis Public Library and updating the building height regulations. Also on that agenda, two proposals to reduce lot coverage by 5%, impacting how land is used. This meeting will further consider scheduling hearings for new taxes, including a potential increase in the short-term rental tax from 5% to 6%.
Despite an ongoing debate over his salary and benefits, the new Rehoboth Beach city manager is expected to start on Wednesday. This comes after a 6-month-long nationwide search. Taylor Tedder, that man there, will replace former city manager Lawrence Christian. Now, Tedder had most recently been working as a city manager for Boulder City, Nevada. His unanimous appointment has sparked discussion, some saying it violates city charter. All this is over his $250,000 salary. There's also a $750,000 housing loan that will be forgiven after 7 years. However, Mayor Stan Mills backed Tedder's appointment, citing his extensive experience in community management, and it aligns with Rehoboth Beach's needs.
Get ready to slow down in Ocean City. A special event zone is back, and according to the town, this special event zone is for the annual Cruise in Ocean City event. The event zone will be in effect from Tuesday through next Sunday, and during the week, all speed limits in town, they're reduced to 30 miles an hour. Also, fines will be increased. Police also could arrest violators for reckless driving. The Cruise in Ocean City event takes place Thursday. It goes through the 19th.
Pushback on a pallet village resurfaces in Georgetown. Organizers of the Springboard Collaborative that runs the village, they held an event called Dispelling the Myth, Homelessness in Sussex County. And CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber shows us why organizers are looking to debunk the myth that Pallet Village is attracting more homeless to the area.
Here at Springboard's Pallet Village, organizers aim to provide a solution to homelessness, as well as help people turn their lives around. But organizers say there have been accusations going around that Pallet Village is attracting more homeless to the area. But they say that's not true. According to the Springboard Collaborative who runs the village, up to 100 people have been through the program, all of which were from Sussex County and were homeless in Georgetown specifically. Through Pallet Village, people are able to get health care, mental health services, addiction help, and find jobs. Judson Malone, the co-founder of Springboard Collaborative, says 80% of participants successfully find housing after living here.
Within a week of them coming in and finally having a lockable door and a warm cabin to be in, just within a few weeks, they're ready to start treatment for whatever, if they have a drug addiction problem, they're now ready to address that. When it's previously in the woods, that's how they got through the day.
Organizers say homelessness is such a growing problem because of the affordable housing crisis. In Georgetown, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
In Georgetown, it opened in 2023, and it features 40 individual sleeping cabins. Those cabins have between 1 to 2 beds in each unit. Springboard homes have privacy, security, and a lockable door. People living there have access to coordinated care and food services.
Today, conflicting messages continue by the United States over Israel's response to the brutal terrorist attacks last October by the Gaza-based terrorist organization Hamas.
This is as Israel continues to bombard Rafah in the hunt for Hamas. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us how that and how it's impacting colleges across the nation.
Israel issuing new evacuation orders over the weekend for parts of Rafah, even after a new report is further raising concerns about its military operations and civilian deaths.
It's reasonable to conclude that there are instances where Israel has acted in ways that are not consistent with international humanitarian law.
But the State Department says it has not verified specific instances that would justify withholding military aid to Israel. That's something some lawmakers urge the White House to do.
I think any objective observer knows Israel has broken international law. It has broken American law. And in my view, Israel should not be receiving another nickel in U.S. military aid.
Other members of Congress are pushing back.
Americans should be all in helping Israel against an existential threat. The one thing Israel and America has in common, Hamas would attack us if they could.
Secretary of State Blinken declined to identify the administration's red line with Israel, but did double down on its stance on Rafah and the more than 1 million people sheltering there.
Absent a credible plan to get them out of harm's way and to support them, the president's been clear for some time that we couldn't and would not support a major military operation in Rafah. As
ceasefire talks continue, so do nationwide protests on college campuses. Duke University students walking out on their commencement speaker, comedian Jerry Seinfeld, a vocal supporter of Israel. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
House Republicans are drafting articles of impeachment over Biden's threat of withholding the aid to Israel that was recently approved by Congress, and they say it's similar to what Democrats accused then-President Donald Trump of doing with Ukraine that led to his impeachment.
This morning, Biden will be leaving Rehoboth Beach and returning to the White House after spending his weekend along the coast. What you're seeing on your screen right now is as he attended Mass at St. Edmund's Catholic Church. According to the White House, he and Vice President Harris will be speaking at a reception this evening, celebrating Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Well, right now we're just getting started this morning.
Yeah, coming up, Rehoboth Beach Rules will tell you what you need to know about the summer policies that are set to go in place in Rehoboth Beach this week.
Also, support for shores. We're telling you how Assateague Island plans to repair erosion they say it's only gotten worse since January.
And officials in Sussex County will take up the topic of marijuana this week. We'll tell you what coastal communities are planning to decide on the newly legalized drug. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Did you know that named storms could add a wind damage deductible to your insurance claim? And the assessed value of your home is different than replacement cost? Know your policy and your deductibles. Review your coverage before disaster strikes. And if you do suffer damage, call the experts, Riptide Restoration, to guide you through the insurance process and help you maximize your benefits.
For more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Whether it's your first time betting or you've been gambling for years, have a plan and know the game. Be aware of the rules and odds before you gamble. Set a budget and never gamble with money you can't afford to lose. Take a break and consider teaming up with trusted friends to help you stick to your budget. Remember, if you or a loved one has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER 24/7 or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org for free confidential services.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the Coast TV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The I.G. Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town, the I.G. Burton First Alert Weather Jeep. Coverage you can count on.
On Coast Life, master the essentials of safe boating with our expert guide. Then, we conquer the dizzying heights of an Ocean City rope course. Plus, meet an adoptable dog that needs extra attention. Coast Life, today at 4 on Coast TV.
Get the Coast TV First Alert Weather app. With live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free Coast TV First Alert Weather app. Sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
It is 5:12 on a clear and chilly Monday morning. Bay Health Cam 46 in Dover right now. Definitely need that heavy jacket out the door. 41 in Redden, Delmarva 42. A little milder along some of the coastal areas into the 40s and 50s. We have clear skies. Watch out for a few pockets of fog out there. Otherwise, high pressure, high and dry today, and that leaves us with a beautiful forecast. And I finally drained the putt today. Excellent conditions on the golf course. Mostly sunny and pleasant, and 72.
Bob, you drained it. That was awesome. All right, we have an update in Millsboro for the upcoming municipal election. Candidates must file by Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. This election is taking place on June 8th. Absentee applications, they are due by 7 p.m. the day before Election Day. Marijuana, how it's used, where it's allowed, and where it's not. It's been up for discussion in Sussex County for months, and on Tuesday it will be reviewed by the County Council. They will go over an ordinance on how to regulate marijuana businesses. Now remember, county is not allowed to ban the drug. Only individual towns and cities can do that. And there will be a public hearing so people can have a say on this proposed ordinance. Now we're going to stay on the topic of marijuana for this next one. Dewey Beach is considering a new ordinance. What it would do, it would change local laws concerning the amount of marijuana a person can have for personal use in the town. Officials want to update town laws so that they match the new state laws after the legalization of marijuana. Town Council will discuss this new ordinance at its Town Council meeting on Friday.
A new rule limiting excessive credit card late fees that was set to take effect last week has currently been put on hold. A federal judge temporarily blocked the U.S. government's attempt to ban credit card late fees of more than $8 a month. Bank lobbyists challenged the legality of the cap in a lawsuit, saying that the policy is unconstitutional. The Las Vegas Spaceport, it's a planned hub for commercial and private space tourism, is one step closer to becoming reality. Construction plans include a runway, a taxiway, a private jet terminal, and hangars. Future plans for the 240-acre site include a launch pad, a runway for space planes, a control tower, a flight school, and a 200-room casino resort. Gambling and going to space. That sounds like Vegas. All right. Still ahead this morning, we have some support for shores, showing you how officials at Assateague Island say erosion has damaged the shores.
It's a clear and chilly Monday morning, 52 in Ocean City. A little chilly for the Ferris wheel now, but later on today, it's going to be nice for the amusement park and other outdoor activities. Sunshine in 70s, but changes with rain for the middle part of the week. I'll time it out on Futurecast next.
Struggling to find lasting relief for chronic pain? Acupuncture is a holistic approach to treating chronic pain that provides lasting results.
I've been struggling with chronic back pain for years and felt like nothing would be able to help. Then I discovered acupuncture and IV therapy. Now I'm pain-free and I get to live my life happily with my kids.
At Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, we provide customized treatment plans that can relieve your symptoms.
For more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Experiencing new floaters in your vision can be a frightening experience. At Chesapeake Eye Center, we tell patients if you have new floaters with flashing lights to call to make an eye appointment. Many times there's no serious eye condition present, but if there is serious eye disease, it can cause significant and permanent vision damage. A qualified eye professional performing a dilated exam can determine if there is a problem and what steps are needed to prevent further vision loss.
For more information about Chesapeake Eye, click Delmarva Experts.
With all the choices of services on Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields with Delmarva Experts. Sponsored by Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, and Delmarva Day. Delmarva Experts, local experts right when you need them. Draper Media, an equal opportunity employer, is dedicated to provide broad outreach regarding job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Organizations that wish to receive our vacancy information should email humanresources@wboc.com.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Time is 5:17, and we are going back to Ocean City. This is our live look again near the inlet. Bit cool, Bob, as we start our Monday morning.
I'd say so, yeah. Temperatures in the 40s. Definitely cool, not frosty, but cool nonetheless with low to mid 40s out there. But we have a nice warm up on the way. Average highs now 74. I'm thinking around 72 later today. 74 tomorrow. Then you see the big drop Wednesday. Cloudy with showers and winds off the ocean, only 65. But then we rebound back into the 70s by Thursday and Friday. It's chilly out the door this morning, folks. 43 in Salisbury, 41 in Redden, Seaford 44, 50 at Indian River Inlet, and 44 in Lewis. So you definitely need that heavier jacket. At least the winds are light, and we've got high pressure over the top of us with those light winds, clear skies, and there is a little bit of fog out there, but that quickly burns off this morning. Otherwise, high pressure keeping us high and dry. We do have some clouds and showers back across the plains and across the Gulf Coast as well. So eventually that will be heading our way. Here's Futurecast. Let's pick it up at 8 a.m. We're in the low 50s with the sunshine, and then we're getting into the 60s by 10. Mid-60s by noon, and I think by afternoon, lower 70s inland areas, cooler 50s and 60s near the beaches. A pleasant evening, and then the clouds increase through the overnight, and into Tuesday morning, we're looking at partly cloudy skies, mild conditions in the 50s and 60s, and Tuesday will be mostly cloudy with highs into the mid-70s. We're seeing winds picking up out of the south, and then we go into Tuesday night, we start to see the rain breaking in around midnight, and some of that rain could be moderate to heavy as we go into Wednesday morning, maybe even a rumble of thunder. That rain continues through about 8, 9, 10 o'clock and still lingering around the noon hour. And it's very chilly as well, with an easterly breeze, temperatures only into the lower 60s. As far as future rain goes, about a half inch to about an inch of rain. That's why we have issued a yellow alert for your Wednesday. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 72 today, mostly sunny. Tuesday, 74, and then much cooler with the rain on Wednesday, 65. Showers Thursday, drier Friday, and still mild next weekend. Looks like a few showers on Saturday. Umbrella giveaway winner today is Janet Valenti from Selbyville. Congratulations, Janet. You have a brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and CoastTV.
Thanks, Bob. Hey, let's get into a picture that surfaced from the weekend. Washington's new head football coach, Dan Quinn, an all-time great at Salisbury University, sporting the new Washington logo, but with a feather from the past. It's when the Redskins were the NFL team in Washington.
I kind of love it. Look at that picture right there. Yeah, I think it's kind of a nice nod to the past.
I think that's the question. Is it's not official shirt.
Right.
The team is saying we're not selling that.
Right.
Where did it come from? That's the question.
It's a good question, and I want to know where it's from, too, because if it's not the official logo, I want to know where he got it.
Right.
I think it's kind of cool. I've always liked my dad's favorite has always been the arrow they used to have.
Right.
Way back in the day.
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. I also like it. Did he go a little rogue?
That's what I'm wondering, too. But it did get a lot of buzz on social media over the weekend.
I think it's cool. I'd wear it, and if you're a fellow Commanders fan, I know we have a lot on Delmarva, let us know what you think about it.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
Well, let's move along. Assateague Island is struggling with waves. Since January, erosion has caused 20 feet of the bayside picnic area to disappear. With the waves getting closer to the parking lot and building, the Park Service had to begin construction last month. They moved the building 50 feet away from the shore, moved the parking spaces more up north. The Assateague Island superintendent explains their plans to slow down the increasing erosion.
We'll put all of those logs and some more out here, creating those barriers. We'll use those trees, and the big sand pile behind, most of that sand will go on top of the logs to make everything more stable.
And with the building and parking spaces being moved, Hawthorne is hopeful to keep them there for the next 2 to 3 years.
The Lewis Community Gardens holding a free educational series. It's dedicated to promoting sustainable living practices. The first session will be May 18th. It's at 9:30 a.m. It'll focus on composting and recycling. Lewis Community Garden says participants will learn how to practically manage a compost pile and avoid issues like pests and odor. The series is free and it's open to the public.
More to come this morning. Rehoboth Beach Rules. We'll tell you what you need to know about the rules for the summer season. It's set to start this week. We'll be right back on Coast TV News Today.
Prepare for an adrenaline rush like never before. Delmarva Sports Network is your destination for all the heart-pounding action of spring sports. From breathtaking strikeouts to awe-inspiring goals. Dive into the world of baseball, softball, boys and girls lacrosse, and girls soccer. DSN, where hometown heroes transform into legends and where champions are forged. Don't miss a single moment of unforgettable action. Delmarva Sports Network. Local teams, big dreams.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
Bright yellow dandelions, a clear signal that the time for prevention is now. For crabgrass and clover are soon to follow. Hillside Lawn Service has been making lawns around the Chesapeake healthier and weed-free for over 30 years. They don't mow it, they grow it. Hillside certified agronomists test your soil, apply exactly what it needs and nothing it doesn't. Their high-efficiency formulas help protect our waterways. Switch to Hillside now and get $25 off their annual maintenance program. Call Hillside Lawn Service for your free assessment.
Seeing clients lead healthier, more fulfilling lives is incredibly rewarding.
Transform lives with the power of mental wellness. The goal at Life's Energy Wellness Center is to make an impact on individuals' lives by fostering positive change in a calming and insightful environment. Now hiring behavioral health professionals and administrative support staff with great benefits and flexible scheduling.
Your impact matters.
Join our team and apply today, because together we can create a community of support and resilience.
Honor cyclists and loved ones who were injured or lost their lives as a result of vehicle cyclist crashes. Join us for the Maryland Eastern Shore Ride of Silence Wednesday, May 15th at 6 p.m. As part of May Bike Month, we're bringing attention to drivers and cyclists sharing the road. Start and finish at Unity Square in Salisbury. Helmets are required and lights front and back are encouraged. For more information, visit the Ride of Silence Maryland Eastern Shore Facebook page.
Life is all about choices.
And on Delmarva, we know you have a lot of country music stations to choose from.
Well, at Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3, we believe we do more of what you want.
And playing stuff that we love too, like Morgan Wallen. Lainey Wilson. Plus all the good stuff too, Reba, Brooks and Dunn, Garth, and all the classics in between.
So we're issuing the Coast Country Challenge.
Tune us in for a week and we're sure when you'll accept the challenge,
You'll feel Delmarva proud too.
It was a very busy time over the weekend in Dewey Beach. The Dewey Lions Club hosted its annual Community Day event. People took part in face painting, a magic show, and more. And down the street, the Dewey Business Partnership hosted their annual arts festival. The town says over 50 artists from the area brought in a crowd of over 1,000 people.
BB Healthcare's annual Spring Health Fair has moved to a new time and location. The event is called Spring into Health, and it is now scheduled for Saturday. This will be from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Georgetown Cheer Community Center. BB says attendees will have access to free health screenings, including blood sugar, cholesterol, blood pressure, and more. And the fair offers free lunch and the chance to learn from BB Healthcare experts.
As more visitors come to Rehoboth Beach, city officials are reminding everyone of the rules that begin on Wednesday. You can ride your bike on the boardwalk early in the morning from 5 to 10 a.m. That's until September 15th. However, adults, you're not allowed to bike on sidewalks at any time. Only children 12 and under can do that. The city also saying skateboards, they're not allowed on the boardwalk, bandstand, or any sidewalks and streets during the summer. Also, you can't use rollerblades or skates on the boardwalk, bandstand, and on Rehoboth Avenue either.
We bring back First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahe, IMO. That's, in my opinion, page.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. It might be windbreaker weather for the beaches along the bay and the ocean, at least for the early morning part.
Well, I think it's puffy jacket weather early on for sure. And then we can segue to windbreaker as we go in later in the day. Now, our beach forecast for Fenwick Island and Ocean City, beginning in the 50s, only around 60 for Ocean City, low 60s for Fenwick Island. So a beautiful afternoon and day. Just have the sunscreen. UV index is high. Lewis and Rehoboth, beginning in the 40s. Lewis warming into the mid-60s and mid-60s for Rehoboth. On the bay side, Cambridge, you're beginning in the low 50s and then warming through the 60s into the low 70s. In Crisfield, mid-50s for you, then eventually close to around 70 a little bit later on. We've got changes midweek with some rain. I'll have much more on that coming up in a couple of minutes.
Bob, also after the break, former Trump lawyer set to testify this week in the former president's hush money trial. We're telling you how prosecutors say he's connected to the case.
Also, as Israeli forces are pushing further into Rafah, we'll tell you how the war is impacting college graduations here across the country.
And Roundabout ready. We're telling you when DelDOT says the new Roundabout project will be completely open after months and months of construction. CoastTV News Today will be right back.
Intruders are more likely to target homes with dark zones. Take the bullseye off your house and turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a high-tech security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. During the day, it's disguised as a high-tech security camera. It's completely wireless and installs in just seconds. Powered by solar panels, no batteries needed. It adjusts a full 360 degrees. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. But wait, we can also include a second one. Just pay a separate fee. Plus, we'll give you free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. So call 1-800-316-1548 or go to buybionic360.com.
Whether it's your first time betting or you've been gambling for years, have a plan and know the game. Be aware of the rules and odds before you gamble. Set a budget and never gamble with money you can't afford to lose. Take a break and consider teaming up with trusted friends to help you stick to your budget. Remember, if you or a loved one has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER 24/7 or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org for free confidential services.
All new Drew. Bella Hadid.
In her exclusive TV debut.
If I'm going to do it with anybody, it has to be Drew. To be your authentic, unapologetic self every day in front of people. I love you.
Monday at noon on Coast TV.
You do your own stunt. Journey Smollett is all about the action.
Want to do the stunts like Tom Cruise does.
Yes. Plus the cast of All American.
The first time I touched the football was 2 weeks before the first episode.
Monday at 2 on Coast TV.
Now on Coast TV News.
We're seeing high pressure, chilly conditions this morning, but it warms up into the afternoon and some rain by midweek. Details coming up.
Roundabout ready, a big part of Lewis area road project is nearing full completion. What DelDOT is telling us about this week.
Route 20 to close for a week. What drivers in the Millsboro area can expect and for how long.
College graduation chaos thanks to anti-Israel protesters over the weekend. We look at how they were dealt with at different universities across the U.S.
This is Coast TV News Today.
May 13th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us, everyone. I'm Paige Marley.
Time is 5:30, day after Mother's Day. Hope it was a special day for all the moms out there. And I do include dog moms like Paige. I'm serious about that. But did Ziggy get you anything?
He didn't, but he threw up on the stairs. So that was like a nice...
The gift that keeps on
giving. The gift that keeps giving. No, but both my sisters are moms, and so my mom kind of always sneak me a little gift. I think she thinks I feel like left out, which is very sweet. And she always says, because you're a dog mom. So I got a little bit of candy this year.
Aunt?
Yeah, that's true. I am an aunt. Yeah. When's Aunt's Day?
Yeah.
I don't know. I better get gifts for that day, though.
Lots.
Yeah, lots. Yeah. Did you have a good time with your wife?
Yeah, it was a
Chill?
nice day. Yeah,
Good.
I think we were planning some outdoor activities, and the weather was sort of hit and miss. So we kind of just put that on hold for a while.
That's okay, as long as you're all together. You know, that's what we did. Just chill, breakfast. It's a good time. All right, well, Bob, you were talking about the rain and all that. Like Matt said, did you ruin some Mother's Day plans this weekend, Bob?
Oh, man.
So we had some thunderstorms yesterday. I did say make sure you have a plan B for Mother's Day, but yeah, a little rainy, a little rough out there, but there were times of sun. Now we're looking at chilly conditions to start the day. We're in the low 40s, some upper 40s to around 50 along the coast right now. Winds are light. There's a little bit of fog out there, so watch out for that. Otherwise, satellite pictures showing clear skies, so we're in for a good-looking Monday with high pressure in place. Here's Futurecast this morning. It's chilly in the 40s, but then a quick warm up by nooner into the mid 60s and then low 70s inland a little bit later on. Here's your UV index brought to us by Ocean City. It is very high today. It's a 9. Burn time only 10 minutes. So we're in the high range today, but it does dip midweek with some rain and then comes up by the end of the week. So be extra careful out there in the sun.
All right, the long-awaited roundabout near 5 Points in the Lewis area is expected to fully open to traffic on Wednesday. This is big news for people in that area. DelDOT has confirmed this to Coast TV. Plantation Road, Beaver Dam Road roundabout partially opened on April 19th, and drivers have been able to travel through it between Plantation Road and Beaver Dam Road and exit to Henlopen Landing. But on May 15th, all 4 exits will be open.
And I cannot wait. Also happening today, DelDOT will close Route 20 at Route 113 in Millsboro. It'll be closed for a week. This closure begins at 7 a.m. and the closure is related to the North Millsboro Bypass Project. This project's building a 2-lane road north of Millsboro. It connects Route 113 to Route 24.
Happening today, Delaware Beach is getting a boost from taxpayer money. $10 million being made available for protection projects. This is in the hopes to restore stretches of the state's 29 miles of coastline by building storm systems to protect communities along the bay. Some areas to benefit from the money include Slaughter Beach and Lewis. And to learn more about how this funding will be used, visit our website.
Also happening today, the Lewis Environmental Subcommittee meeting to discuss improving protections for local wetlands. They're aiming to revise the wetland buffer ordinance by suggesting adjustments to safeguard zones and buffer sizes to better regulate activities and preserve ecosystems. This meeting takes place at 1 p.m.
Maryland Governor Wes Moore has signed a new law aimed at empowering Maryland. That's the state's energy efficiency initiative. It is designed to reduce air pollution, lower energy costs, and help Maryland towards its very aggressive climate objectives. According to a press release, the Empower program provides Marylanders free or discounted services such as energy audits, weatherization, and efficient appliances. And since it began in 2008, the Energy Efficiency Act Coalition says Empower Maryland has generated over $12.7 billion in projected lifetime energy savings.
Most universities are trying to hold graduation ceremonies despite some concerns over protests. Anti-Israel demonstrators disrupting the norm at many schools across the country. A handful of universities say it's caused administrators to cancel or change commencement plans.
Others are holding the ceremonies despite the demonstrations on graduation day. And Amy Kiley shows us how opinions over the Israel-Hamas war are impacting schools across the country.
I ask that you allow the program to continue.
With chanting, walkouts, and graduation stage takeovers, pro-Palestinian students are finding ways to protest during university commencement ceremonies.
It's sad, and I think it's a really bad way to end your college career.
Some students and parents are upset at Pomona College outside Los Angeles. The school says it decided ahead of last night's ceremony to move it off campus for safety reasons. That's in response to demonstrators occupying the original venue.
As our universities celebrate, we should also be extremely critical of their involvement that has led to the decimation of entire educational infrastructure.
In North Carolina,
I know all of you here are going to use all of your brains and muscle and soul to improve the world.
This video shows about 30 students at Duke University walking out of Sunday's commencement service just before comedian Jerry Seinfeld spoke. Some appear to be holding Palestinian flags. And here's another walkout at Virginia Commonwealth University during the governor's speech Saturday and chanting at UC Berkeley the same day.
I invite you to speak with me after the event in a space that's more appropriate.
Free Palestine! I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Michael Cohen is set to testify this week in the hush money trial of former President Donald Trump. He's the star witness as prosecutors try to prove Trump illegally falsified business records. They say Cohen paid adult film actress Stormy Daniels to be silent about her affair with Trump, and then Trump reimbursed him. The former president's attorneys say the payment to Cohen were a retainer. They say it's not against the law to pay to stop rumors the defense argues were unfounded.
We have a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up, lighting up Delmarva. We're showing you more pictures of the natural phenomenon that took place across the skies of Delmarva.
Also, Phillies going for a sweep of the Fish. We had the back and forth game yesterday in Miami. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
There are too many areas in Maryland elected officials seem to have a hard time finding. Not David Trone. His family came from Cambridge, right by the Choptank River that he used to fish in as a boy. If you're going to stand up for people who too often feel ignored and left out, you have to show up. David has. From Eastern Shore to Mountain Maryland and back, every Marylander deserves a voice, and David intends to carry yours all the way to the U.S. Senate.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
This summer, pack your bags and head to Ocean City, Maryland for free family fun all summer long. Watch beach movies, build sandcastles, and gaze at colorful kites, all completely free. Bust a move from the beach to the bay with beach dance parties, Sunset Park party nights, and Sundays in the park with fireworks, all completely free. Enjoy arts and crafts, discover Ocean City's history, and be in awe of acrobatic stunts at the circus, all completely free. So get going. Family memories are waiting to be made in Ocean City, Maryland. Plan your trip now at OCOcean.com.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Drew, there's a genaissance that's happening.
I told people they weren't allowed to use that word unless they could spell it.
Geanasscience.
No.
Tuesday at noon on Coast TV.
All new Drew. Bella Hadid.
In her exclusive TV debut.
If I'm going to do it with anybody, it has to be Drew. To be your authentic, unapologetic self every day in front of people. I love you.
Monday at noon on Coast TV.
Just about 5:39 on this clear and calm Monday morning. Tyndall's Casual Furniture camera, 52 in Ocean City. Look at that glass on the canal out there. And it's chilly. You need that heavy jacket. 43 in Salisbury, Georgetown 42, 43 in Milton, 58 in Indian River Inlet, 49 in Rehoboth. So quiet, clear, and calm out there. And just a little bit of patchy fog, so watch out for that. Just a few clouds off to the north right now. Otherwise, we're in good shape. We've got high pressure in place, and that will keep us high and dry and in good shape. Here's your golf forecast. For the first time in a while, I'm draining the putt. Excellent conditions on the golf course today. Mostly sunny and pleasant and 72. Make sure you call the CoastTV First Alert weather line. It just updated it. Call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by Baird, Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico.
Thank you, Bob. The results from the 2024 South Bethany town election are in. The town announced that Edith Dondero has been elected as mayor. Dondero received 284 votes. Polls for the Georgetown election, those closed at 6 p.m. We'll have those results later tonight. The results from the 2024 Georgetown municipal election, actually, wait, sounds like we have them. The town says William West, there we go, won the race for mayor, receiving 379 of the total 724 votes. That race was close. West's opponent, Angela Townsend, received 345 votes.
On Sunday, the Red Hot Phillies putting the wraps on their series in Miami. How hot have the Phillies been? A 9-1 record in their last 10 games. The Phillies going for the sweep against the team with the least number of wins in the National League. Let's go first inning. Nick Castellanos gets the party started right, gets the party started quickly. 3-run homer, and the Phillies have the early lead. It was 3-1 in the third. That's when Josh Bell takes the Zach Wheeler pitch high, deep, and got in the Marlins. They go up 4-3. We go to the sixth. Phillies down 6-3, and Mundo Sosa just gets it inside the line. Bryce Harper scores. Bryson Stott scores. Sosa with a triple, and he would later score in the inning to tie it at 6. So we go extras. Check out how the Marlins win it. Emmanuel Rivera off the back of Phillies reliever Gregory Soto. Nick Fortis scores from second. Phillies cannot get the sweep. They open a series tonight at the Mets. Nationals only gave up 3 runs, only scored 2 themselves. Nats fall under the 500 mark with the loss. The Orioles, their 3-game win streak snapped as it was just a bad day at the yards for the Birds. Orioles continue the homestand tonight against the Blue Jays. On the Orioles farm, Shorebirds were shut out by the Cannonballers. The Birds limited to just 4 singles. Off day today before continuing the road trip in Lynchburg on Tuesday. NASCAR was at its most historic track, Darlington, late in the race. Chris Buescher on the outside, Tyler Reddick on the inside. They get into it for the lead. Reddick would get a flat tire later because of that incident. Same for Buescher. And here is Brad Keselowski, the 6th car, getting the lead. And after so many near misses, Keselowski, a winner for the first time since 2021. Now, after the race here, Buescher not happy at all about Reddick. For the 2012 Cup champion, Keselowski, career win 39 in his first win since becoming part owner of his current team.
Some entertainment news. Jeff Bridges set to bring a literature icon to the big screen in his latest project. Rick Damagella has some more in the Hollywood Minute.
And Mr. Bridges. Jeff Bridges lands a monstrous new role. The actor is set to play classic fictional creature Grendel in a new live-action movie from the Jim Henson Company. Dave Bautista has been cast opposite the star as Beowulf in the upcoming fantasy flick.
Mum, we're going to have to carry you out of here if you don't want to leave by your own.
Oh, good luck with that. Ewan McGregor faces new family drama. The actor stars alongside Ellen Burstyn in Mother Couch as the son of a woman who refuses to leave a sofa at a furniture store. This is your first look at the tense drama, which arrives in theaters in July. The Easter Seals Disability Film Challenge winners have been announced. Peter Farrelly was on hand as Audio Description was named Best Film at the 11th annual event on Thursday. The challenge honors projects that promote disability inclusion. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
A mostly clear and chilly Monday morning. Spicer Brothers Cam in Salisbury, 45, so not frosty, but you definitely need the puffy jacket. And then you can peel off the layers with time as we're seeing our nice weather turn kind of wet by midweek. I'll track it on Futurecast coming up next.
NBC News Daily, weekdays at 1 on CoastTV.
Our soldiers are heroes who protect our country. But when they come home, it's up to us to help our heroes. Now, during FH Fur's Spring Into Giving campaign, for every $29 cooling system tune-up we perform, we'll donate that amount directly to Wounded Warrior Project. FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Call 877-CALL-FUR or visit FHFur.com to schedule your $29 cooling system tune-up. And use hashtag SpringIntoGiving to share how you're giving back.
Everyone knows us for termites and bed bugs, but don't forget we're also here for all your general pest control needs. Ants, spiders, crickets, rodents, fleas, ticks, and of course, mosquitoes. Bennett Termite is dedicated to protecting our communities from your aggravations and dangers presented by pests of all kinds. If you want to find out the Bennett difference, give us a call today. Remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
Losing a beloved pet is difficult, and not knowing what to do next only makes it harder. Holloway Pet Cremation Services can make your loss a little easier. All you have to do is call. Our compassionate team will make prompt arrangements to receive your pet into our care for individual cremation. Then, we give you time for a private pickup. With options starting at $170, you can afford to treat them with the same care and respect as any member of your family. Holloway Pet Cremation Services, serving all of Delmarva.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Enjoy 10 songs in a row. Sponsored by Pohanga Kia of Salisbury.
On Coast Life, master the essentials of safe boating with our expert guide. Then, we conquer the dizzying heights of an Ocean City rope course. Plus, meet an adoptable dog that needs extra attention. Coast Life, today at 4 on Coast TV.
It's now 5:45 on your Monday morning. We're going to take another live look at Salisbury because it's just too good, Bob. We got to take a look at that. Man, I feel like we needed that, right? Just a little sunshine action.
I don't know what it is with Sundays being horrible or not so great and then Mondays being fantastic, but that's another scenario we have now, Paige. Temperatures out the door are chilly. You need that heavier coat. 43 in Salisbury, 40 in Redden, 43 in Milton. So under those clear skies and high pressure, it is cold. 50 Indian River Inlet right now, and we've got calm winds. So calm winds, clear skies, and high pressure all adds up to chilly conditions as we're looking at clear skies all across Delmarva right now. Do watch out for a little bit of fog. Otherwise, we're in good shape all up and down the mid-Atlantic region with high pressure. Farther back to the west, we've got some rain across the plains and also some rain and storms across the deep south. So this will be heading our way as we go into the midweek time period, giving us, well, a chance of rain by that time. Here's Futurecast at 8 a.m. We're warming up through the low 50s, and it's going to be a chilly start. But with that sunshine and light winds, we'll warm it up by 10 a.m. into the lower 60s inland areas, cooler 50s at the beaches. And by noon, maybe lunch outside. Definitely need a jacket, though, with temperatures in the 60s, cooler at the beaches. And then by afternoon, I think we're in the lower 70s, but many places in the 50s and 60s, especially along the coast. As we go through the overnight, you can see the clouds start to increase. And by Tuesday morning, not as cold. I think we're in the 50s and then warming into the 60s. It's a mostly cloudy Tuesday. Winds picking up, and we're into the mid-70s in the afternoon. Then the rain starts to build in as we go in late Tuesday evening into Wednesday morning. And some of this rain could be moderate at times as we go into very early Wednesday morning. Could be a messy commute as we go into, say, 5 to 7 a.m. on Wednesday, and looking at pockets of heavier rain perhaps into Wednesday morning. Maybe some rumbles of thunder as well. That's why we have a yellow alert. Could see at least a half an inch of rain on Wednesday. Looks like it does start to taper off later in the day, but it will be a raw day with temperatures only in the 60s. And as far as rainfall amounts on Wednesday, about a half inch to about an inch, and that fits the criteria for a yellow alert. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 72 today, mostly sunny. By Tuesday, mostly cloudy, 74. And then Wednesday is a yellow alert for the heavier rain, 65. That's the only really chilly day. And then back to 73 on Thursday with showers dry Friday. And the weekend right now, always have to have rain in there, right? Saturday, some showers, 72. Drier on Sunday and 74.
Thank you. You may have seen them on Delmarva this weekend. Take a look at this. A spectacular light show took to the skies along our coast. Some viewers sent us stunning pictures they took of the northern lights. That's what those are. You could see them from Delmarva. These were taken, the ones on your screen were taken in Delmar.
Great shots there. All right, we move on. And Delaware State Police are investigating an armed robbery that happened Friday night in Seaford. This was around 10:39 on German Road, and according to state police, 3 men approached a man making a pizza delivery. The victim says one man pointed a gun at him and stole his car. Saturday morning around 1:30, police saw the stolen car. They pulled it over, and that's when the men in the car, they ran away. The driver was caught, but state police are still looking for the other 2 suspects.
Coming up on Coast TV News today, genetics, work, and arthritis. There are many causes of severe shoulder pain. We're showing you how new implants are helping patients live pain-free.
Clear skies right now, cool start. Gateway Subaru Camp 52 in Ocean City. A nice day on the way, but we've got some rain for the midweek period, then drier for the end of the week. Temperatures a bit below normal. Your 10-day forecast is coming up next.
Honor cyclists and loved ones who were injured or lost their lives as a result of vehicle cyclist crashes. Join us for the Maryland Eastern Shore Ride of Silence Wednesday, May 15th at 6 p.m. As part of May Bike Month, we're bringing attention to drivers and cyclists sharing the road. Start and finish at Unity Square in Salisbury. Helmets are required and lights front and back are encouraged. For more information, visit the Ride of Silence Maryland Eastern Shore Facebook page. Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media. Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, CoastTV, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-oriented company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Frank Hamilton today at fhamilton@wboc.com to get started.
Not everyone wants a big funeral. For those seeking a simple alternative, the Eastern Shore's most trusted family and funeral service offers another option. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Service is simple and affordable. A direct cremation tribute starts at just $15.95, or choose to have a small visitation service, serving Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia with easy consultation by phone and streamlined electronic documentation. Learn more at easternshorecremation.com. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Services. Simply respectful.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable power plant, smart pressure sensor, and custom nozzles. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Get your complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for just $79.99 and get free shipping. Plus, we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
Shoulder replacement's the third most common replacement in the U.S. following hip and knee replacements. It's mostly needed due to arthritis, causing severe bone-on-bone joint pain.
Ouch, yeah, but for some patients, a traditional shoulder replacement's not the best option. Marty Salt shows us how now doctors can relieve pain with reverse shoulder replacement.
I'm an ICU nurse, retired now. And for 35 years, I was lifting, pulling, tugging patients.
It just wasn't Martha Core's job that took a toll. The pain stopped her from doing what she loved most, biking.
The weight on the shoulders, on the handlebars, would become very uncomfortable.
Dr. Nikhil Verma at Midwest Orthopedics at Rush suggested a reverse shoulder replacement.
I said I thought he was going to put my arm on backwards, I said, great, I can scratch my back now.
Martha's rotator cuff was not strong enough to support a traditional shoulder replacement where surgeons replace the socket but still depend on all the surrounding muscle and tendons to support the implant.
What a reverse shoulder replacement does is it puts the ball where the socket goes and the socket where the ball goes. And what that does is it allows the shoulder to become a constrained joint so that the big muscles on the side of your shoulder are now able to substitute for the rotator cuff.
Recovery is quicker and results better.
So if we had done a traditional replacement, we probably wouldn't have seen the same range of motion recovery and functional recovery that we saw with a reverse replacement.
Well, I can do this. How's that? It feels very much so now a part of me. I don't even know it's there.
And now Martha is back on her bike, ready to roll. I'm Marty Salt reporting.
Dr. Verma says about 50% of all shoulder replacements are now done with the reverse implants.
The time is now 5:54. It's time to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day is a dog who loves his mom. On your screen right now, that's Benny, a regular here. Benny dressed in his Sunday best, all to celebrate Mother's Day on Sunday.
Aww.
You can see he's crisp, clean. This is to honor Tammy from Seaford, who submitted him to us.
She does like the ultimate dog mom, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah, she has Diesel, she has Benny. Am I missing anyone else?
Lots of clothing and apparel.
A lot of dog clothes, yeah. We want to keep seeing all your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos. Tell us what makes them so special.
Right on your screen is a QR code at the top. You can scan that to submit your furry friend to Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays like you're doing now from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
It's now 5:55. Time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
Yeah, morning Elsa from Frozen, I think, would like the cold. Doesn't bother her.
It doesn't.
Well, it might bother the rest of us if we don't dress appropriately. When we have to this morning, make sure you wear that puffy jacket. It's chilly out there this morning, beginning with temperatures in the low 40s, a little warmer at the beaches. We're seeing the sun, some high clouds out there, and basically sunshine today, warming through the 50s and 60s. Winds turn to the south, and then by the afternoon, I think we wind up in the low 70s. So a chilly morning and a warmer afternoon. Here's your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 10-day forecast. 74 on Tuesday with more in the way of clouds. And then Wednesday is a code yellow or a yellow alert day for about a half inch to an inch of rain there. And then 65, much cooler. 73 with showers Friday, drier, I should say showers Thursday, and then drier Friday and the weekend. Well, we have more raindrops on Saturday, 72. 74 dries out on Sunday, and then the following week, mid-70s. Another rain chance by Tuesday.
Bob, coming up in our next hour, positions on Pallet Village, the controversy over this plan that helped the homeless in Sussex County. That and more as we continue on Coast TV News today.